Good morning. And on today's game of which banana would I rather put in my mouth, this one or this one? Disgusting. It's Monday morning. I'm actually in the office today, even though I wouldn't normally be. I'm at the alternative site having a look around that. And yeah, it's early. I'm tired. My skin, you can't see it too much under the makeup, but my skin is having a time. Look at that. It's so sore. I've no idea what's going on with it because all my hormones seem to be quite normal. Look at the bags under my eye. But yeah, I'm quite tired. It's Monday morning. I was going to try and train in the morning on some of the days where I'm in the office, but today is this new alternative site and I didn't want to risk it if, you know, I got delayed or I didn't know where I was going or anything like that. So it is something that I might try, but it's something that I'll try later on in the week when I'm in the normal office, because I've got a pretty good idea of how long it takes to get there and stuff. So I'm just packing my bag for the day, full of all my foods and my banana, much to several people's disgust, I'm sure. I just can't do it. I can't do it. There's a period where bananas are yellow and they're starting to go brown where I can hack them, but I would sooner have a big old green one. Snack cupboard. Just grabbing some crispy squares. Now these are the naughty crispy squares. These are the middle of the range naughty crispy squares, but I think they're shit. And these are the normal crispy squares. Which one do you think I'm gonna go for today? I'm gonna go normal. I'm gonna save the naughty ones for the weekend because I'm a weekend warrior, baby. It is 8:10 and I'm just getting home to do all the porridge. What does that even mean? I'm just getting home and having my post-workout oats. My other meal is in the air fryer. By the way, if you haven't got an air fryer, get an air fryer, just great. I'm making my oats. I'm having my deconstructed burger meal and I'm having my protein pudding, which is everything that I said I would try and avoid last week. But here we are. I haven't done my cardio today. I've been sat down for so much of today that I just wanted to get my steps in and come home. I will do my cardio Tuesday through to Friday. It's just been another one of them sit down and talk about intense things days, which has been a lot, but it's fine. I wanted to come on and just say reverse is so weird. I felt fine, I felt not hungry, I felt too full for the majority of the last 4 weeks. Today, I've been really hungry. Really hungry. You think you're out of the woods. Wow, there's some bags under my eyes. You think you're out of the woods and then you're just not. And it hits you like that. My skin, like I said this morning, is terrible. I haven't pooped, and I think that's just because I'm out of my routine, I'm out of my rhythm. But I don't feel great today. I don't feel great today. I'm gonna buy some psyllium husk. Psyllium husk is like a natural fibrous kind of, I think it's a grain or it's something very, very similar to oats in texture. You can't really taste it. I've used it before, but I just don't really want to buy into like Digest Max or anything like that because I just think it's expensive and I just don't think it's necessary. So I'm going to get some of that and start adding it to maybe my oatmeals or something. just to keep things moving on days like today when it just isn't. But I've just trained glutes and hams, got there at 6. It was fucking rammed. I could hardly get on anything. I had to improvise a lot of stuff and just target the muscle groups that I wanted to and that were in my plan, so I've just adapted. But it does make you just feel a little bit shitty. But got my steps done, and oh my god, is that a scratch on my Apple Watch? Now I'm in a really shitty mood. I've been at my new job a week, and my boss just said go and make a cup of tea and a rice cake after our meeting. I am what I am. Working from home today feels good. Trained at Performance again this morning because we've got the weekly pass, so I wanted to see whether I could just get a session done and get on with it, and it did okay. It was all right. The cardio equipment is not wicked, but I don't need loads at the moment. I just went on the bike for a change actually, which was quite nice for 20 minutes. So that is me done for the day, apart from my steps, which feels just fucking crazy, to be honest. That, you know, I don't really need to do any more other than go out and get my steps in, which are 8,000 now. I've done 1,500 already. Steps are always lower when I'm working from home, but we get them in. Hopefully I will have a new treadmill this week, so that will help with the weather because it is grim. And also off seasons is a time for making the most of being at home and being with friends and family and stuff. So if I don't have to just take an hour out of my day to go and get 8,000 steps in, that would be great, and go outside and be away from home. So looking forward to getting that back. It was just really, really annoying and really bad luck that it turned up in the way that it did. But still an absolute sterling birthday present from the family. I'm really, really looking forward to getting that back. So yeah, today is working. What else? Chilling, not a lot, which is really, really nice. Back in the office tomorrow. I don't know whether to try and chance going to the gym in the morning and seeing how early I'd have to get up to go and get that done. Oh, actually no, it's rest day. Maybe I'll try that Thursday. What does my diary look like on Thursday? This is something that I'm getting used to, is all the appointments. Yeah, so what have I booked in? I haven't got anything in the morning apart from stuff that I've booked in for myself to do, like trying to manage my diary a little bit better. So maybe Thursday will be the get it done. Maybe. We'll see. Would be nice because I think I've got meetings in until 5 on Thursday, so let's see how that goes. I'm actually feeling a little bit hungry, and it's 11:10, so I might go and make some of my food. It's Tuesday evening, just getting in my steps because it's been a proper shitty weather day, so I've left it until now, and I've just got about 4,000 to do, 3,000 to do, which just takes me around the block in about 20 minutes. So chilled one today. Meals have gone in much better. I've actually been hungry, which is nice, and feeling a lot less bloated, looking pretty good. So weird, again, like one day you look at yourself and you're like, shit, this is going too fast, and another day you look at yourself and you're like, fucking hell, am I going to have dropped weight at the weekend? It's such a strange time, and your body is just wigging out all over the place. And like I said, feeling hungry for the first time in like 2 weeks, which is good, but it's just very different. Got my blood consultation booked in for next week. That was like the earliest appointment I could have got, was next Wednesday at like 8:30 at night, and it's like a 15-minute consult, so I'll probably like record some aspects of that, maybe, who knows. I've just done an Amazon order, So I've got some psyllium husk on the way, so things are about to get regular, and some probiotic as normal, just as like a little top up. I don't want to buy into too much stuff in off season. I want to actually enjoy having a little bit more surplus cash, because fuck me, prep is expensive when you're paying for all your extra supplements, all your posing lessons, which obviously I'll do in off season, but not to the frequency that I was in prep. But yeah, there's so many things to pay for. It is not for the faint-hearted and for the cash-strapped person. Budget, you can budget do it, but some things are just inevitably going to cost you a lot of money, and you need to be ready for it. I'll probably cover that at some point. I really wanted to do the sit-down videos, but I'm also more of a vloggy person. Like, pick it up when you're thinking about something or feeling something. I like watching those more nowadays, and I just feel like they're more me. A posing workshop has come out, a free posing workshop with PCA, so we'll see if I get a place on that. I have applied, but with me not having shows coming up like other people are, you know, they might prioritise some other girls, but we'll see. That's not until next year, but it's good to keep on top of some of these things and these opportunities that throw themselves at you in off season as well. So NFM usually do some free posing workshops around the same time. I will apply for one of those as well, because posing is pricey and you can never do too much. I must admit, I've not really done much posing at all so far. Just been enjoying giving my body a rest and not having to do it, but it's certainly something that I want to make sure I am doing. I don't want to pick up any bad habits, and I also want to know like what new poses could work for me, because my body will change. So poses that used to suit me might not suit me anymore, and others that I'd stayed away from might become like new signature poses for me. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that changes. Food is sitting well with me this week. Everything's just kind of ticking away. I feel so much better about work for having a chat with my manager earlier. Just saying, you know, it's hard being a newbie again. They've already given me quite a few deadlines because I've shown that I'm quite capable and well qualified to do the job that I've got. So they're like, oh well, let's start sticking you in some actual tasks to do. And I'm like, oh fuck, I've got to do that on top of the induction stuff, which also, like, everything has really, oh my god, where's the light gone? Everything has a lot of deadlines, and they're all quite close together, and I need to be able to do the induction stuff, to be able to understand more about what the Coal Authority do, to be able to do my job properly, to be able to train other people and deliver presentations. So it's all like one vicious circle, and today it just got a bit on top of me, and I was like, right, that's it. And just had a bit of a vent about you know, time management. I started to rejig my diary a little bit more to make sure that I've got time to go out for a walk at lunch and make sure I'm getting my steps in, and that I'm not just sat down too long, because I felt that on Monday. Yesterday I just felt like I'd been sat on my arse all day, and I really had, and like my hips were tight. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people stay at home or stay at work all day just sat in a chair and aren't active. God, I was itchy for it. So it feels good to be getting out on my walk now. I've been really productive today working from home, and looking forward to actually getting this next meal in, which is mental. Look at me go, getting back into reversing and actually enjoying my food. I don't know whether that's just the little drop in the food that I've had. I can't think it would make that much of a drastic difference. We just took a little bit of carbs away from meals 3, 4 and 6. I can't think it would make that much of a difference in my hunger, to be honest. Maybe my appetite's just going to fluctuate and the reverse is actually still reversing even when things feel relatively normal. I think that's probably as well where there's like that false sense of security that you're kind of out of the danger zone and you can get back to eating on top of what you're allocated and putting on a lot of fat in a short space of time, which obviously we'll try very hard not to do. So yeah, there we are. Thoughts for today. Another thought for today is that on my blood results, my testosterone came back as low. Now, I'm trying to look at some natural testosterone boosters, like over-the-counter stuff that will just kind of push me into that normal testosterone zone. So I think I might buy some of those. None of them will push me into like beast mode territory, don't worry. Imagine. Yeah, something I'm looking at. I don't want to have low testosterone because that's going to put me in, put me behind for building muscle. You won't really see any drastic differences, but I don't want to be on the back foot, do I, for this building phase? No. Guess who got up and did their rest day cardio before work and put makeup on? She's doing it. Rest day cardio done. I am a little bit antsy about feeling hungry today because that has been the theme of this week. And obviously I've got less food, so we've cut out my Rice Krispie bars and my post-workout oats. So I'm going to really try and stretch my meals out a little bit today. But feeling really good, feeling like things are starting to fall into a rhythm, the rhythm and the rhyme. We'll see how I get on. I still don't know whether tomorrow I'm going to be able to get up and do my training before work, because it seems like a big ask of myself. Yeah, we'll see how I feel when I get back tonight and when I've got all my steps in and everything, whether I think that is actually possible. Of course it's possible. It's whether I want to sacrifice the time and the early morning and the early night, I suppose, because I will get to bed a little bit earlier. So let's see how I feel. But yeah, so Wednesday, rest day, 8k steps, less food, less output though, so I'll update on how I'm feeling later. But digestion is starting to get a little bit better, I think. Looking fuller but not hating it, and holding quite nicely. Legs are still quite lean, shoulders and my arms are still quite lean. I'm still quite vascular, which I'm surprised at. I do like that look. I don't know why, but I look at my arms and I'm like, that's cool. That is cool. Boobs are on the return, not by a long shot, but they're on the return because there wasn't a lot there in the first place. Glutes look fuller and healthier. I'm not sat in agony on long journeys anymore because I have an ass to sit on. There are good things to come from off season in the immediate kind of reverse stage. They're things that you should appreciate rather than be, feeling shit about. So yeah, gonna get in there now, start my day. Walking through the door at 10 to 7, still not having to train. It's good, rest day. Got my cardio out the way this morning, like I said, but coming home to lots of deliveries. So my psyllium husk is here, ready to get regular. That's a lot as well. I think that cost, is it about £12 for 500 grams? Also been proved to be very effective with animals and especially helpful for horses. Well, good job I'm eating like one then, isn't it? Got some of that. My probiotic has turned up. I use the 30 billion My coach, when we were discussing getting this and using it, was, I think she said, above 20 billion. So I went 30 because hard or go home, right? Didn't expect this to turn up as quickly as it did. I ordered this on Monday, which, bear in mind, Insight are very, very good at quick shipping. However, this was on pre-order. So I was either expecting it to come separately or expecting to wait for it. Got the Naughty Boy Menace because, yes, I have got my Nova Neuro pump for those days when I'm training after work. However, I do still love a Stimpre, and I am running low on the blue raspberry, and this is my favourite, the watermelon. I did not expect this to come so quickly. So back on the biscuit spread effective way. Now, the CMP sticky toffee pudding that I picked up at the Arnold has been good, and I do like it, but oh god, it's not sticky toffee pudding-y enough for me. This is fucking delicious. It's so good. So I'm not feeling bad about that at all. What else have I got as my freebie? Reflex Nutrition Complete Diet Protein. This is a half serving. Never heard of it. Maybe we'll use it, maybe we won't. That's what I got in that order. Am I gonna try and train in the morning? I think I am, you know. I think I'm gonna try it. I'm going to prep as much stuff as I can tonight in terms of getting my oats ready to go on in the morning and put them in my flask for post. I will put my post-workout meal together. I'll put all my meals together tonight as I normally would, but I think I'm going to try it. I reckon I'm going to get up at like 5 and give it a go and see whether I can get my cardio in as well, because that'll be the game changer. That'll be straight home at the end of the day, which would be lovely, wouldn't it? We'll see. We'll see how it feels when that alarm goes off. I might be lying to you. Oh my God, lads, I did it. I got up at 5:15, got my shit together, got here for 6, got everything done by 7:36, and showered and shit and everything. I'm buzzing. I did it. Only to find, when I looked at my training program this week, to see that it's been updated and I'm only training 4 days a week, I think. So I could have just done my rest days on my office days and had one at the weekend. It's fine. At least I know now. I can do it. I can do it. All right. Gonna get over to Mansfield now. Probably get there about 8:30. Do my makeup very, very quickly in the car, see what I can come up with, and get in and start. And not need to do anything but steps for the rest of the day. Magic. I did it. It's not great. It's not an ideal way to spend the morning. Do I think my foundation matches completely? No. But it's 8:54 and I'm in the car park. So I'm going to call that a win. I'm going to go and get my post. I've had my crispy bars. I've got my oats in my bag. I did it. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Still Thursday, still miserable. I've been really struggling with hunger the last couple of days. I'm really struggling with my tummy. It's really bad today, really painful, really bloated. Don't really know what's going on. Had a bit of psyllium husk in my oats, post-workout oats that I took to work today. Getting food in according to what meetings I'm in, but just not full ever. And this is one of the things that a lot of people struggle with during reverse, but I thought I was past it because we're nearly 5 weeks post-show now, and I thought it was something that I hadn't struggled with and I'd been too full, but now I'm eating the same food as I was the week prior to last week, and it's just it's not touching the sides. So I'm just really struggling today and yesterday. Is what it is. Just gotta get on with it and just not eat anything else, which is really hard. And there you go, that's today's update. Look what arrived today. So this is treadmill take 2. It is a slightly different one. My mum didn't really feel comfortable buying the same brand after the palaver of the last one. So I'm going to start getting this ready. All set up. That didn't take hardly any time at all, did it, Andy?
No.
It's got a really cool display. It took me ages to work out why it wasn't doing anything and I needed to put the safety lock on, but it tells you how many steps you've done, and it's remote controlled. There is a phone clip that you can put on here, but I mean, I don't need that because anything I'm going to watch not Final Destination. We've recently just watched all of those. I'm just going to watch on the telly, aren't I, as opposed to watching it on a little tiny screen. But there are some other handles that I can fix onto here, but I just won't need them because I'm using them for just getting steps in. So all in all, very, very pleased with it. What do you reckon, Andrew?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Why only 8?
Oh, because the belt's not perfectly symmetrical and it's going to do my OCD in.
Brilliant. Well, don't use it then. I know it sounds dramatic. I'm never dramatic. I don't know why you'd think that. That was the best leg session I've ever had. Ever. I know that's a bold statement to make, but honestly, for PBs, for strength, for form, I couldn't be happier. I have a bit of a fear of training legs too hard. I was injured in, it sounds really fucking stupid, in 2008. I dislocated my knee and slipped on it and did myself a lot of damage. And being, 17 at the time or 18, I obviously didn't take recovery as seriously as I probably should have, and I'm paying the price for it now. Sometimes I just get a little bit anxiety around training legs. It's something that I don't know, probably just hyper aware of, but isn't such a big deal in reality, but it's just something that affects me. My quad extension drop set, I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be doing that as a drop set, but fuck me, it really exhausts my quads. I'll probably get told off at some point, like, what are you doing? I added the psyllium husk in yesterday and I blew up. I was so bloated, doing little golden nuggets of poops throughout the day. If you really wanted to know, I think it's important to talk about this. I know some people are probably unsubscribing right now, but this is about how your body reacts to competing, whether it's off season, whether it's on prep. And I'm going to talk about it. And if you don't want to talk about periods, if you don't want to talk about shite, if you don't want to talk about, I don't know, anything else, discharge, whatever, unsubscribe, because it's important to talk about it. The more we talk about it, the more normal it becomes. And this is just about biology, essentially. So couldn't really shit yesterday. This morning, I don't know whether it's a delayed reaction to that, but they're soft, they're coming thick and fast. Okay. Something else that has returned this week is my libido. In the last stages of prep, you're not thinking about sex. I'm back in the game. And again, I'm going to be vulnerable here. Struggled with dryness. That is something that I've struggled with on prep. Not now. I don't know whether the extra calories have gone straight to my cervix and they're just helping that out, but let's talk about these things. I was struggling with it. I was upset about it, actually, because I was conscious of it. I'm all right now. Cool. That was going to be a GP visit that I don't need to do now. Lovely. After that absolute overshare, let's go home and work from home. Living the dream. Catching up on the crown. Catching up on the steps. Oh, what a game changer. I want to do this to see where my gains are. Which one today? We've got a chocolate brownie thing. We've got a galaxy caramel cookie, and we've got a Smithy. I've never tried the Smithy, but apparently it is mega. I think it'll be the Smithy, and I might share it with Andy. What do you reckon? Just done my check-in and sent it off, and waiting for some feedback, but things are good. My weight has stabilised. I've gone up less than a kilo this week. Still looking a bit bloated in my midsection, to be honest. I don't really know what's going on there, and I'm trying not to let it get to me and get upset about it. It is annoying. What else can I do about it? But my weight isn't significantly up, and actually it's only 5 kilos up from stage in total. 5 weeks, 5 kilos. Not shit. That's a good rate to be gaining, I think, from what I know, which is obviously limited in comparison to coach, but that is what I understand to be a good pace of weight gain post show, because obviously that it impacts on your off season. All our recycling there all the time. I'm so sorry, but yeah, happy with it. Happy with how I look to a degree. It is just the midsection. I don't mind putting the fat on. I just think it looks meh, and I don't know whether that's because the rest of me needs to catch up with the fat gain. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Will I be happy with it at all? Now I've seen how flat it can be. Who knows? But at the minute, to me, it just looks out of proportion and I don't like it, but I'll get over it. We're training today. It's a little bonus session for me. Got the naughty boy ready. I'm going to do just a little bit of everything that I like, to be honest. Bit of biceps, bit of abs, bit of glutes, bit of shoulders. I absolutely ruined my legs yesterday, so probably not too much legs anyway. But yeah, that is the plan. And then we've got a wedding appointment, so I couldn't progress too much with wedding stuff whilst I was on prep, because my brain wasn't really working. Today we've got an appointment with a potential caterer. Like, I don't know whether there will be any food consumption there, but I couldn't book it in during prep, because if there was and I had to try something, there's no way I could have. So yeah, this has been booked for ages. So we're gonna go and do that, and then we're having a very wedding weekend. We're at a wedding show tomorrow, and we're also filming the stuff that I need for my coaching tomorrow, and then I'm gonna send all that off, and then hopefully I'll have finished my level 2. Gonna have enough planned tonight. Don't know what it'll be. Might be burgers, might be pizza, might be something else, but I don't really fancy anything. As long as it's not fucking pasta. It is Saturday. It is nearly off-plan meal time. We've been and trained, well, I say we. So this morning I tried my new pre. It's not new by any means, but it's new because I opened it this morning. And you know when a supplement's new and you can't find the scoop? I couldn't find the scoop, and I was like, oh, it'll be fine. I'll just eyeball it and pour it into my shaker. I think I got how far into our workout? I'd done a few sets of seated rows. I'd done a few sets of shoulder lateral raises. I got downstairs to do some bicep curls, and every time I did a curl, I felt sick. And I got to a point where I was like, I need to go outside, and it just basically ruined our training date session that we do on a weekend. and ended up just having to go on the treadmill for a bit. I think I got half an hour's steps in though. However, following that, we went to our wedding catering thing, and I didn't think we were going to eat anything today. I thought we were just going to be talking through possible menus, but they brought us an arancini ball, didn't they? And they brought us it was a chocolate brownie, but it had like, what did they call it? Like texture?
It was a dark chocolate brownie with raspberry textures.
Raspberry textures. Basically, it was a raspberry kind of like sauce, and it had, I think it was honeycomb in there.
It was. On
the plate. So we had a look through that. We're having a very weddingy weekend, like I said, and it was really nice. It was really nice. And I'm going to show you. So these are the choices of some of the canapes and plated starters, which we said we were quite interested in. We'd rather go plated starters, I think, than... Oh, these are some of the main courses. Now we're going to choose a couple. We'd only chosen two that we really liked, but we think we'll probably offer a red meat, a white meat, and a
it's a red meat, fish, and vegetarian.
That was it. That was it. I wasn't sure on whether salmon would go down well, because some people, whilst they like a fish choice, they wouldn't go for salmon. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we were going to have this one. I think that this one's it. The slow cooked Derbyshire beef, herb potato cake, fine beans, and violet mustard. I'm having that one. I don't know about anyone else, but yeah, I thought the selection of different things. Oh, and we can mix and match some of the sides, which was cool. What did we... So the brownie that we had isn't on this menu. But what we're going to do... Spoiler. Which is quite nice that they offer this. Is have a little mixture. But I'm not going to tell you which ones they are, because otherwise... Spoiler alert. How cool are these as well? Different options for like snacky evening food that comes in a box as well. So it is proper. Like, I've just been down Topkapi for a dirty kebab, but we're not sure what we're going to have yet. But the option to have the snack foods was nice, and even the vegan stuff looked quite thoughtful, because we both said that sometimes vegans miss out. Not that there will be loads of vegans at our wedding, but yeah, this is how we spent our afternoon. And tomorrow we are at the county wedding show. I've never been to one of those before, and Andy's actually a very involved fiance as far as men planning weddings go, I think. So, pardon?
Why's that?
Because I would think that was just more of a girly thing to go to, and that girls might go to with their mums. A lot of partners aren't really that interested. They're quite happy to just say, yes, dear.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much of a say I'm going to get in, necessarily what we're going to look at, but I'm happy to go and have a walk around.
I have absolutely no idea what's even going to be there. I'm just hoping it's more suppliers, because we've got the venue booked, we've got the photographer booked, we've got an acoustic duo booked for when we've just got married, and then we kind of go out into the garden for a reception.
More than likely the caterer's booked.
Caterer's looking good, although I have another quote, but I wanted these to be good, and I'm quite happy with them. And the other caterer was a bit fancier, but that's not really us. Like, we're not don't get us wrong, we're not rough as anything, but we're also not... I'm not interested in having an a la carte menu. I want our guests to enjoy their food and feel full. I don't want them to have like a lamb shank with a jus or something like that. There's not a lot of food.
Which won't be huge. It's wedding catering.
It's wedding catering, but it's they're going away feeling like they've had a meal, wedding catering. Because I've been to some weddings where I've been like, where's the rest of it? And I don't want that to happen. We're big eaters, aren't we? I'm pretty sure I know who the florist is going to be. Emily, that does my makeup for PCA shows, is going to possibly do the makeup, I'm pretty sure. Obviously no greens and blues. But we're getting there, aren't we? We're not doing too bad at all. Yeah. So,
is it worth still trying out this second caterers?
Quite possibly. I've got a quote for them that they've sent through of like how much it would cost if we went for standard stuff.
A similar quote to what we've essentially ordered today.
Very similar, but it's coming out about £2 more.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure, I can't remember whether that was with or without booze included. We've booked the venue. The venue comes with a bar, which will be open after the meal. So anything between the reception and sitting down and having our food and table wines, we provide, which is completely new to me. So I hope everyone's enjoying this, by the way. We've kind of finished the bodybuilding element of this series, and now it's well into, hey, did you know this about wedding planning? Because I didn't, and it's costing me money. That is going to be the theme of off season. Can you remember there was one that was a bit fancier?
Yeah, and I felt like on paper that was the one we preferred, wasn't it? No,
I can't remember.
In terms of just the choice that we had.
Yeah, but and this is the problem that we found today. It's not a problem, it's just something that you got to think about. It's what the majority will enjoy. Like, yeah, we'd really like that that meal, but would 60 other people like that meal? Yeah, I'll keep you updated with what we choose at some point, but I'll keep a lot of it under wraps because some of my friends watch this and I don't want them to know what they're getting ahead of time. Not until my invites come out. That's another thing. We need to actually send some invites out because otherwise no one's going to come and eat all these canapes. Tomorrow, I'm going to film my stuff for my assessment as Andy's going to be my glamorous assistant and actually do all the lifts and stuff, which is very, very nice of him and will be quite frustrating for him as well because he's probably got, well, I mean, it's not even probably, he's got better form than I have. So he's going to have to pretend to be bad and for me to correct him, which I'm sure he'll really enjoy. You want to say hello?
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
Guess what we're making?
Oh, yeah.
If you weren't fucking bored of it already.
Andy's burgers were so nice last week that we're just doing them again. Exactly the same toppings. They were just really good, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Every time Andy makes burgers, I'm like, these are the best ones you've ever made, but they really were the best ones he's ever made. And also, how exciting, because you know how sick I am of this when I film. We've started looking at different colours for the kitchen. Now, we don't know whether they're too dark or not because the kitchen is only small, but we're quite into the top one. We're going to see what it looks like in the morning in natural light. But out of the two, it's probably the top one, isn't it? Unless we went lighter and went and got a different sample.
Yeah, I mean, originally I was looking for something similar. I wish I could remember what the colour was. Half tempted to look at the colour that you used for the bathroom.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is.
I'm sure there's a pot of it still left in the shed.
I'm also quite... Why don't we just do that?
Do you think they're too dark?
I would rather use the one that's in the... let's just use the bathroom paint, you're right.
Okay.
Well, there you go, we just made a decision. Wow.
Why would you listen to me when we were on the
I know, because originally I wanted to do something different, and I've quite liked making every room in the house a little bit different, but
there's too much going on in the kitchen.
Apparently there's too much going on in the kitchen.
Well, it's fine. It's fine if we were going to cherry pick units, tops, but we ain't. So
no.
We've got to build around.
Yeah, fair.
Had my feedback from coach based on my check-in this morning. Really happy with everything. No changes to food. Training's good how it is. We are going to start to switch things up for, with regards to my training for, you know, working on my core, trying to bring my chest up a little bit. But I don't know when we'll start doing that. Probably when I'm definitely, you know, out of reversing and well into off season. The fact that she's not changed my food makes me feel like she's quite happy with the body composition that we're at, and that it's enough to make some changes but doesn't need to push my body fat too much higher. I came in at 67.85 kilos this morning as opposed to 67.1 I think last week, so not too much of a change at all. And she's happy, so I'm happy, basically. Are you happy as well, Andy? Everyone happy?
I think there'd be a bit of an uproar on YouTube if I said I wasn't.
No, I mean, I was only joking. Of course Andy's happy, everybody's happy, and that's how we like it. So we're going to eat some burgers, and I've got the Smithy on defrost. So apparently this is Vix's most popular cookie slab, and I can't remember what's in it, so this isn't very helpful, but I know that there is Milky Bar ganache, red velvet dough, I think there's a Biscoff layer, and then cookie dough, and on top we've got the Biscoff biscuit, some Milky Bar and Karamak. And I think it's called the Smithy because of Smithy's Indian order. Was it an Indian or a Chinese? It was an Indian. Lamb boona, chicken boona, what is it? I can't remember. I've never watched Gavin and Stacey.
Lamb boona, prawn boona, chicken boona, some 4 poppadoms. Okay.
That is us not watching Gavin and Stacey, but I'm pretty sure that's why it's called the Smithy, because it's a bit of everything. Vix is great, isn't she? She's a superstar with all her little concoctions that she makes. She's making loads of crisp stuff at the moment.
Yeah, it'd be good if she was also a diabetes nurse.
Yeah. Fuck. This is the secret to Andy's burgers. The burger press takes it very seriously. We've got the greaseproof paper out. They're all roughly the same size. Wow. He even asks me how I like it cooked, whether I want it pink in the middle. He's done it again. Oh. Where is it? We're not having one. Fuming. The number 220 minus the age of 31 gives me 180 minutes. That is your maximum heart rate for you.
Yeah.
Is that comfortable for you at a longer duration? Yeah. You'll get comfortable in your seat first before you adjust the weight down. I'll demonstrate you in 2 weeks. I'll show you where the panel is. We're going to train abdomen now. This will engage with your glutes. I'll demonstrate it for you first, but you should only go as wide your legs as you're comfortable with, and I want you to really concentrate on keeping them slow and control, squeezing at the top. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to move on to bench press now. Now bench press will work your chest and pecs, it will work your triceps, and it's a pec push. So it will engage with everything on your body. Do a couple of reps just with the bar as is, the bar is 20 kilos, and then we can judge how much weight you want to put on. We want to make sure that you're more aggressive when you do that. I'll demonstrate first, and then we'll get you all ready, okay?
Okay.
Line it bended, so it just creates a really good tone between the bar and the down. And I'm going to bring that down to my chest, lift my chest. I keep the loop this way, and I've got my chest up with my chin to chest.
Okay.
Okay? What we're going to do, we're going to keep the bar as close to me as possible. You're going to lift it, And then I'm going to keep a little bit of tone in the knees, but then break tension with the knees as the bar comes to me. Okay? You've got to think about pulling your belly button through to your back.
Okay.
And so really, really engage that core. And we're just going to move laterally into a lunge. The other way.
Okay. Hand on the floor.
Hand on the floor.
Yeah.
And open up that way as well.
Oh,
Yeah, are you feeling that stretch?
I can feel it in my glute of my front leg.
Yeah. I reckon you're going to last longer than me.
Be a first.
When I say I've just spent the last hour and a half, 2 hours sorting out my videos from today to send to PT Academy. Oh my god, what a day. We went to the wedding fair. It was alright. We tried a little bit of cake. We had a walk around. Nothing like overwhelming, and we felt actually like we'd made some good progress with what we'd already done, because there was a lot of people just starting to book venues and stuff, so we actually felt further ahead than we probably felt on going. Went to the gym and did what you've just seen, documenting my demonstrations and stuff for some of the work program that I put together on PT Academy. So getting ready to send that off. What I hadn't said actually on here was that Dexter has been really, really poorly. So that is my mum's dog, and I know some people love Dexter, as we all do. He's amazing. He's been really, really poorly, and he was rushed to Derby, vets in Derby called Pride that we use because he had eaten something. So he's had some emergency surgery, and we're just waiting to hear back on him. So it's been a bit mental, but everything will be fine. He's doing it. He's going to be okay. We're just waiting to hear back on him. So I'll probably go and visit him whenever he's home, but it's looking like he's going to be in overnight. I've just got the bloody... Is anyone else an American football widow? I don't want to say roll on February, because Andy will be really sad when the season finishes, but... So that has been our weekend. I didn't think this would take me as long as it has, and it has been a bit mental and hard work. But it'll be worth it in the end, won't it? So I'm going to go and make my cheeseburger meal, have my protein put in, and maybe we can get the football off. That would be nice, wouldn't it? In Andy's defence, he has been a superstar today and has earned all of the football that he might want to watch. So we'll let him off.